Hey fight fans, welcome back to the new episode of Fight News. In this video, we have 3 new fight announcements, 2 in the UFC and 1 in the boxing world, plus some important interviews like Merab Dvalishvili and Islam Makhachev's manager, Della Maddalena's coach. They all reveal some interesting details and answer some questions that are important for you. So without wasting any time, let's start the video in a chronological order. First, we will talk about this weekend's card, UFC Paris, September 6th, Ohio versus Imavov. And from this card, we have only one update. There will be a UFC 321 press conference in Paris, France on September 5, featuring Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane, who are the headliner of that card, UFC 321. Then the next update from the next card, Nusha UFC 3, where we had learned that Raul Rosas Jr. is out of his co-main event against Rob Font. And now UFC found a replacement opponent, another Mexican fighter who had made his UFC debut in March with round 1 knockout win over Simon Oliveira. He is David Martinez with a MMA record of 12 wins and 1 loss. Then the next card is UFC Perth, and the poster and the official bout order are released from this event that you can see on your screen. The bout order is good, but I think the co-headliner is not a worthy co-headliner. Anyway, Chris Curtis revealed on his Instagram live that he had rejected fighting Jake Matthews at UFC Perth due to the turnaround time. Yes, he was offered Jake Matthews, but when he rejected, they got Neil Magny. Moreover, he also says that he would like to fight in December if Sean Strickland is also on the card for his next fight to make things easier. Then the next card is UFC 320 T-Mobile Arena, headlined by Enclave versus Pereira. First of all, Alex Pereira is releasing his videos, his practice videos, and in one of those videos and some pictures, we learned that Alex Pereira's son wears a UFC 400 mouthguard, and he says that he will fight on UFC 400 card while being the champion. That's some kind of tough motivation. Anyway, the co-headliner Merab Dvalishvili also had an interview where he says that he wants to turn around and fight Peter Yan in November or December after the Corey Sandhagen fight. If any other champion had said it, I would not believe, but when it comes from Merab, you know that he can do that. Moreover, he also says that he wants to fight until he is 50-year-old. And he says that he wants to stay champion when he is 50, but he also says that he realizes it is not quite possible to stay champion when he is 50. Anyway, another interesting thing he talked about is Umar Nurmagomedov. He says that Umar made it personal with disrespect because all he wants is respect. Then he says that he would beat the shit out of Umar Nurmagomedov if the rematch happens. Anyway, then the next card is UFC Rio, and from that card we got the official poster. Another average poster, not something very interesting and not something too bad. Then UFC 321, and from that card we have only one news. Nasrat Haqparast and Chris Padilla, both UFC lightweights, are agreed to fight at UFC Abu Dhabi October 25th, UFC 321 via Instagram. And now it's up to the UFC if they want to book them or not. Then UFC 322 MSC November 15th. Jack Della Maddalena's coach Ben Vickers is confident that Islam Makhachev cannot withstand JDM's power at UFC 322. He puts Bilal Muhammad's cardio and chin over Islam Makhachev's, which makes him confident in a victory. He also reveals that Craig Jones, who is fighting Chael Sonnen tonight, will be joining Jack Della Maddalena in the Islam Makhachev camp for 2 months ahead of UFC 322 so that JDM's mat game can be improved. Then lastly, coach wants Ilia Topuria as well to stay at featherweight or lightweight instead of fighting Della Maddalena at the welterweight division. This is in response of Ilia's remarks, I think a month ago, where he said that if Islam loses, he will still think about moving up and fighting for the welterweight belt. Then Islam Makhachev's manager Ali Abdulaziz also had an interview with Submission Radio where he rejected the Islam Makhachev versus Khamzat Chimaev super fight at the welterweight division. He says this will never happen. Khamzat is too big and he doesn't think he can ever make welterweight again. But never say never. Anyway, another thing Ali Abdulaziz talk about is Aaron Pico's return. And speaking of Pico, Aziz explained that he has rules when it comes to fighters returning after a knockout. Abdulaziz said that when someone gets knocked out like that, he won't book them a fight for at least 6 months, stressing that it's not healthy for a fighter to go out like that and try to come back too early. Then lastly, he explains the champion's TPV points is a myth and why fighters will make more money under a flat fee with the new Paramount Plus deals. Then lastly, from UFC 322 card, Bo Nickel wants a place at UFC 322 early prelims. He just won his professional wrestling debut at RAF last night. Then UFC Qatar November 22nd, and a big fight is announced for that card. If you have watched my last videos, last fight news, I had told you that Jan Blachowicz and Bogdan Guskov is almost a done deal and it's just a matter of official announcement. Now it is confirmed by solid sources that number 5 ranked light heavyweight Jan Blachowicz will return against number 10 ranked Bogdan Guskov, where he will try to break his 2-fight losing streak which had started after his draw with Magomed Ankalaev. On the other hand, Guskov is currently riding a 4-fight win streak after losing his short notice debut against Volkan Ozdemir. All 4 wins via finishes. Then a random update, not from any card. Aljamain Sterling did not leave UFC Shanghai unscathed. Sterling got a minor injury and he will be out of action for a while. Anyway, he also revealed that he had took Sean O'Malley fight expecting it would sell 1 million pay-per-views, but after seeing the numbers, he felt he might as well have gone on vacations. Then from the boxing world, but still related to the UFC or MMA, Deontay Wilder responds to Francis Ngannou's call out at last. Ngannou was calling him out from I think 3 to 4 weeks, but now he responds and says that respect, but I'm 10 toes down, no fear, no fold, no fake, always ready, always solid, step in the ring and you will see what that means. Francis Ngannou wants this fight badly and he have clearly stated that he wants to return against Deontay Wilder in the end of this year. So let's see now if this fight happens or not. Then only one fight is announced in the boxing world and it is for October 1st on DAZN by Balmoral Group and Amir Khan Promotions in Lagos, Nigeria. WBC number 8 ranked light heavyweight Brandon Glanton, who is coming off his loss to Chris William-Smith, will return against Marcus Brown, who fought once in last 4 years, where he came back into the win column after losing his title shot to Artur Beterbiev in 2023, now making his return to the ring after another 2-year layoff. Anyway, that's all in this video. Now you are again completely up to date with the fight world. You don't need to find updates here and there. Just subscribe the Fight Book and you will stay updated.